folks. It is Saturday morning. We moved to a campground near Bennington, Vermont, Greenwood Lodge and Campsite. Got a really nice campsite here. We're going to be here for several days, taking 0 today, of course, and then we'll get things going up tomorrow, the next day. So yeah, we're settling in, gonna relax this afternoon. It's only about 1:30, so we got the rest of the day to chill, and I'm gonna edit some videos. But we are in Vermont. There's Flo in there. He got him a new toy we're gonna play with for a little bit. Tell you about that later. All right, bye-bye. Just been walking around the campground area, and this place is called Greenwood Campsites and Lodge. But anyway, look at this beautiful pond that's here. We've been walking on these nice little trails, and
it's an amazing place.
It's a beautiful place. I mean, it's gorgeous here. It's a private campground. It's right next to, I don't know if it's part of it, but it's Mount Prospect ski area. I think there's some cross-country skiing, snowmobiling and stuff they do out of here in the wintertime. So, but yeah, we're just kind of walking around and
on the
snowmobile trails. It's like, and we'll show some in just a minute. But anyway, just wanted to see how cool this was. And so we've just kind of rested all afternoon. It's about 5:30, I guess. Campsites are beautiful. We're gonna cook some dinner and get a good night's rest because we got our biggest day tomorrow. We're a little nervous, but we can do it. All right, we'll show you some more sights.
Here we are where we came down that street from over those mountains the other day, and here we are. We just got dropped off by Cindy, our shuttle driver, and we're picking up where we left off. We got a big day to go today. We have about 18.3 miles, I think, to hit today. So this will be our biggest day since we started back a month ago. So we're going to finish our first 30 days with a bang today and go for 18.3. It's going to be a nice day, I think, weather-wise. Got a nice breeze. We'll be hitting a couple milestones. One of them's going to happen real quick, and we're going to hit the 1,600 mile point on the Appalachian Trail. This is the Hoosic. Instead of the Housatonic, this is the Hoosic. So here we go across the bridge, built in 1958. How about that? Trail comes up right between these 2 yards here in North Adams. And those nice folks there put a water spigot out for AT hikers. So it's a beautiful little place back here.
Look at how clear this water is.
So right behind their house, there's a
That's incredible.
super clear water. It's hard to capture it on the video, but it is clear, clear, clear. Beautiful morning. Anyway, we're leaving North Adams. That was the last of the city and residential, it looks like. So now we're in the deep woods, so we'll check in as we go. It won't be long before we hit 1600.
Well, he shouldn't have turned the video off, because as soon as he did, we topped a little ways off that creek, and 1600. We have walked 1600 miles from Springer Mountain, Georgia to here in North Adams, Massachusetts. So we did it.
Hey.
Just a few more to go. Haha. All right.
It's getting to be a few. I mean,
We're heading that way.
I think we're in the 500s now. 590s probably. I don't know what, from Katahdin. So
Yep.
we're getting into the smaller numbers now, which is amazing.
It's a little creek down there. It's hard to even see the creeks on the camera because the water's so clear. It just looks like rocks down there. All right, here we go.
All right, we're still on a fairly gentle climb after we hit the 1600 mile mark. Been on a little gentle climb up by this beautiful brook over to the right the entire way. Can't ask for better. Beautiful scenery. So far, A+ on that. Anyway, we're still progressing up the grade, so we'll check in as we go. All right, we're coming by Peach Spring at mile 1601.3. Sherman Brook campsite and tent platforms up the hill to the left. So there's campsites up the hill, the spring right here. Nice setup. So we will keep moving. The forest, the tree type in our forest is shifting a little bit now. Noticing this morning, getting a lot more birch and ash in here, less beech and some of those. So anyway, and then every so often you get into a conifer area, of course, where it's the hemlocks, or when you get higher, it gets to be spruce fir, I suppose, like we were in on Greylock. But anyway, we will keep keep moving. Got a long way to go, so we're trying to stay steady at it. All right, we'll check in later. Beautiful day out here.
We're just picking our way through these rocks. You just have to pick a path and take it. A little reminiscent of Pennsylvania, kinda. All right, we're finishing up the big climb. And I have to say, this is beautiful. And if we're talking about, you can't capture it on video, but to take in all the senses, this breeze blowing, the smells, the sound of water, birds.
73 degrees.
And it's 73 degrees.
With a wind chill. It's actually a wind chill.
Yep. It's cooler than 73 feels like.
Yep.
Feels like is. Anyway, that was a fun climb. It wasn't terrible, was it?
No, it wasn't terrible early. It might have been terrible at the end.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll see what else we got. A lot to do, so we'll hopefully keep our strength going.
Okay. All right. See you down the trail. That way.
All right, we're about to walk out of Massachusetts and enter Vermont here shortly. And Massachusetts has been good for us. Comes in with a bang a little bit there. Coming in on Mount Race and Mount Everett and that stuff. And then it's kind of nice the rest of the way. You got Mount Greylock. And then these few miles here left, but Mount Greylock was a lot of fun. Big climb, but it wasn't a super technical or challenging that way climb. But anyway, we're finishing up Massachusetts in just a bit here. So it's kind of surreal. So we'll let you know what it looks like when we get to the sign. Until then, talk to you later.
All righty, folks. We have finished Massachusetts. The Southern girl has a hard time with that state, Massachusetts. And we are heading into Vermont. Flo's signing the trail register. They have those periodically around there. I'm gonna walk over here and show you guys this, because this is also the start of the Long Trail. Long Trail is 273-mile hike through Vermont. AT follows along part of that. It's, let's see, 105 miles. Yep. So this trail goes from here to Canada, 273 miles, and it's called the Long Trail. So, yeah, we are officially in Vermont. We have hiked 11 states now, I guess. We've got 3 more left. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. So we've hiked through 11 states from Georgia to here. A little over 1,600 miles. Woohoo, not bad for a couple of folks in their 60s and having the time of our lives. All right, we're going that way. See you down the trail.
All right, we're finished with Massachusetts, and here we go into Vermont. So Vermont, there's the trail, and we're heading that way. So exciting to finish another state. 11 of them down and 3 to go. It's hard to believe. 1,600 miles, 603, 1603 or whatever. All right, we'll keep you posted as we go. See you later. All right, we're a mile maybe into Vermont, maybe a little less even. But we hadn't hit any of the bad, infamous mud, the Vermont as they call Vermont yet, but you can see we're walking on these rocks, probably where this does get muddy. So it's been stopped raining a few, probably a week ago or something, maybe since it's rained, I don't know. But so we're getting lucky so far on the mud. It hadn't been too bad. I'm sure it'll catch up to us eventually though, so we'll handle it when we get there. Beautiful through here. Temperature is still around 68 degrees. So you can hear the wind blowing probably up in the trees. So we got some wind to help stir the air. Feels pretty nice out here. All right, we'll check in later.
So this is just odd. We hadn't been in a really rocky place. And we come around and see this. Just out in the woods. Like I said, hadn't been real rocky. But we got that. All right, here comes flow.
All right, we're just passing through mile 1606.8 at the county road, and we're going to 1618, so we've got some distance to cover still, but we've made pretty good progress.
It hasn't been bad.
No, hadn't been a bad trail today at all. The trail's pretty dry so far. We hadn't encountered a whole lot of mud, and we've had a few climbs here and there, stuff like we're doing right now. It's not too bad. As I call it, is give me a reasonable trail to walk on, and this has been reasonable. So, all right, we're gonna keep moving. So eventually we're gonna take a break. As soon as my boss up there decides.
All right, we just had our little lunch break here, about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was good. Just getting something to eat.
It made us feel much better. We're at the Seth Warner shelter, and so yeah, we got about 9.2 left. The elevation looks good, so shouldn't be too much longer. Well, several hours. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, nice little lunch break, nice rest, leg rest. I'm ready to go. Oh, see you on the trail.
All right, here we go, back toward the trail on the short blue blaze. Here's the privy. It looks brand new. It's got the ramp. Yeah, we can go down here. It's got the ramp, it's got the porch. You got it all. And it's large. It must be a multi-seater. You can. Just one seater then. Just a big building. I guess you could sleep in there if you had to.
I don't know about that. Don't know about that. Might sleep under there. Well,
no, that's not where you want to be.
Not doing that either. How about the shelter?
I mean, that'd be a better place to sleep.
Are you downhill here. Just some big step downs you got to do. It doesn't really show up on video. But yeah, it's pretty much straight down there. So here we go.
Right, we're just passing mile 1613. We start walking alongside this nice sized stream again, and it's nice and flat through here, so I'm not going to complain about that. We've done about I think 13 miles or so. We've got about 5 to do. So we're chipping away. Got up to about 71 degrees today. So it was nice and moderate. Never did work up a big sweat today. It was a real nice day overall for a upper 60s, around 70 degrees. Humidity's been pretty low. It's gotten a little cloudy this afternoon. So anyway, we're down to our last 5 miles of this 18. So we'll keep you posted. Hadn't been any real viewpoints today. A lot of beautiful woods though, and it's so quiet. One thing we noticed is we don't hear any road noise or anything like that. Very few planes. So it seems like you're more remote here in Vermont than we've felt lately. But anyhow, look at this beautiful scene. All right, and we'll check in later. All right, it's about 5:15 and we're here at the Cogden shelter. Cogden. Here's a little map. It's where we're going down there to the road. So 4.3 miles is what this says.
That is correct.
And inside the shelter is like a bunks, plenty of bunks. It's an older looking place. Got you a table in the middle. Anyway, we're gonna head on. 4.3 more to go. We're off like a herd of turtles.
Yep.
All right, it's about 7:15. We're on the last half mile of the hike, and we're going to be going pretty steeply down, so probably won't be able to video much, but we're just starting to decline, and we'll show you what it looks like. Well, we'll be at the truck when we get to the bottom, so we'll be happy after a 18.4 mile day. And went pretty smooth. We probably took about an hour's worth of break, scattered. And so it looks like it's going to take us about 11 hours or so to get it, at least 10 hours of hiking to do that 18.4. So anyway, let me get down from here and get out of here. We'll check in at the bottom.
It's a really steep down, but luckily they do have rocks, so you can step down, kind of like stairs. It's going on down there. I can see it switch back in a little bit. It looks like there's rocks, so it's just hard after 18 miles. So we're gonna get down this and be happy. All right, we made it down and we see Howie. Beautiful sight. That last half mile was straight downhill, so, on rocks. Flows coming. We just took our time and did that. But we're happy to see Howie. It's an 18.3, I think, mile day. And we're gonna head back to the campground. And we will have some dinner and take a shower and then go to bed in Howie. Oh, can't wait. All right. See you later.